This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
I hear Boadu TV, yama munyi na kwaba mfambraso na Innocent Kyei ane JBnom akasadi afa Gifty Oware NSS eja if you banya sanketwa in fact attorney general ehun say maame no kwan ofa so na one bosses ahodo bi omwo ho e the ghost name say shemu edi yamanfo NSS kano so man entu hwana mo a wanhwa eno kra be ka ho bia ma NDC lusu 2028 enti o ma sha se kedekedegede ya Gifty Oware next squad no o mo chiom yese bas ma na o mo de be ko hweko ne CID for office nya senketo wo enche bia Captain Smart akasa dia fa Ghana National Fire Service nyoma enko yi
count of alleged role in what is one of the largest financial loss cases in the recent memory. These charges include financial loss to the Republic, with a flagship charge of accusing him of authorizing the payment of allowance to more than 60,000 non-existent national service personnel, resulting to a loss of 500,861,744 Ghana cedis. Now, he also faces multiple counts of stealing, totaling about 8,256,000 on specific dates between August 2023 and May 2024. Mr. Entry also further accused of misusing projects funds by authorizing the withdrawal of 106 million from the NSA Kumawu Farm project accounts on 5 occasions without spending a cedi on the project. And see, no. But the final one, the state also alleged he committed money laundering by transferring about 8.2 million Ghana cedis directly to his personal e-switch accounts and taking possession of the funds, knowing that they were proceeds of crime. Now, the approximate amount of money akwakodi osesbe twi hono a attorney general and the nature homa so about 615,117,744.02 pesos. Eno NSS attorney general e dey ato so say wabosa agan wabokro no efa NSS hono mo asa krono no eno ho eno ne babedi. Now, so Gifty Oware there also a buyer. Now, also the prosecution alleges that she took control of a private company that is Block of Life Consults and generated a list of 9,934 ghost names from the NSS system. And also she then approached the Agricultural Development Bank, falsely claimed her company had supplied goods to those ghost names and needed a loan using the existent allowance as collateral. This led to her orchestrating of a loan agreement between ADB and the NSA, that is the National Service Authority, resulting to about 31.5 million Ghana cedi disbursement directly into her company's account, and subsequently transferred 22.9 million Ghana cedis to of this money into another company's account where she was the director. It is see as the can in Nakwa say or no kwane de no so it's about 38,458,244.87 Ghana cedis, and also a buy and nature master. So these are the top 2 officials from the Ghana the National Service Authority as see omo akwakodi adwa attorney general e this asobo we e de abowo
Ghana for nyina obi e ka ho asem my culture say if we be able to advance as a country we need to make corruption and graft a high risk venture nipa dasani akoma no so obekwa ko wuram And before elections, Abufu Ghana for the Koto Abaninina mainly was driven by the passion to get the criminals who have stolen from this country prosecuted.
Sure.
And now when President Mahama took over and people were not seeing any action, you could see that sort of, abambuo on the side of the people. But Makacha said the wheels of justice are grinding slowly. Here we are once again. One of the most topical issues has finally come to the table. The Attorney General today is ready. The persons involved have been formally charged and the court proceeding is beginning. And I think that we are Ghana near is a sign of relief, because Makacha said, say punish people who commit crime of this magnitude, and people hide behind political power, political influence, the kind of affiliation, alliances, and the kind of political prominence on the rise to capitalize on that particular influence. Now, because over the years, it's a nema yabu near gusunedia baby and Ghana ni be not expect to say the John Mahama government will be very brutal front and not taking up some of these issues, Now Ghana, that particular Ghana, can take a sign of relief, and I come about say now the show is about to begin. And when you walk into some of these criminal engagement activities of these individuals, you repose who state authority, power, and resources into them. I had a trust, no confidence, a tie, Chile say, you had the 2 million call Abansika, could dear Bayanim. Na ye near man and she say, yeah, bet me a boama, the average ordinary people, not a man for Omuni hope, Benya hope, and near Mabeko Yama, mine, yet me acquire Nimno. These people turn enterprise of government into a cesspool of some kind of a shitty way, or mono yusu to advance personal, nearma Ombenya. And it's a what's now Kruma had a track record. A buyer way at some point in time, Nam Kruma throwing herself around and a quarter football team. Now I'm 40 radio TV. So now where the monies were coming from, people were not even your friends are checking in as a form. Here we are and crank to a move free university bar, ya post you more national service. Or music ya the moment over the years. People are complaining. Because so we are NSS personnel, we bet me behind down our crack and a problem. Because we behind them, I catch us here 1 year, 2 years. But the person is doing 1 year national service. And the 1 year now can and papa never. But the system will force you to go and rent a room for 2 good years. The Nipa do go through all the struggles new year. But some meswa, Sika Obenya 700 Ghana cedis. For 2 people to sit at the office. And still 653 million, national service personnel, Sikana at the moment could have been doubled a bit to ya. But James Sikana, can't want some Jessica Kitwell. The monies involved in this particular case, your friend is saying, why only Sikana, can't want some, not 53 million Ghana cedis. That is what was trumpeted in this particular country. But Sika, can 600 million plus the Wyoming cash. 600 million plus the Wyoming cash. And I can't want them. Nipa mienu and the tenacia, they orchestrated this particular heinous crime against this particular state. And to obiti bena wa dwene so aban na asesa and people are witch hunting and asefo. This is what Ghanaians voted for. Ghanaians voted for John Mahama to do some of these things, take some of the toughest decision just to ensure that we punish crime. Say be betimi I deter people say governance, and yet avenue to make money or an enterprise where you come and foolishly amass wealth for yourself. And then look at the way a man at this particular crime well orchestrated. I told you, sir,
60,000 non-existent national service personnel, resulting to a loss of 500 million plus.
And Maka said there is no smart person obey you establish systems and institutions or chrono. Because chrono I go through bank transaction, I go through transfer, I go through e-switch and then as a there is no way you can cover your back, because system no you're not builder here always it will give you up at the signature, the back trace, everything is there. And it's a way in Tanzania who use bank and who use any other system about me I say maybe no be. And then look at how these people stole the money. 60,000 people are among your national service and I just saw moving ghost names in the good system and I pay binum double. And then 60,000 unko date of birth for more year, a beer the 1 year, Nipa 1,000 at the 1 year, among your national service.
1 year.
1 year. Under 1 year. ye national assembly na we obi a we nyansani a wo bok onkwase akro no we ye wo te ho asem wo ifa yetimi ko internet na yakwase amanfo pictures e be free Kenya e be free Burkina Faso na yasese o mo anim na edin na we internet na de asase e
be the 60 years
na do mo be national service na ye tu o mo ka because they are able to transfer all the money into a single e-switch account. And I say you too big, but it's coming to the same person. And the very people who are supposed to live life for better me inspire my young people out there, no, and now national service. The young people who go to various offices, no, they don't even train them on the job. You koto credit breme, koto koko breme, that foolish errands, no, so you do your national service and come home without even having a single experience, because to them you are just an errand boy. Yes, small, a man for more use, no more use, and the benefit in Ankasakra and Kranunya, because Panini not to order near, also making sure say and Krani betimia train you momonya savvy. And see who be a benya experience, you know, or no, he's busy out there stealing and robbing the state. Why are busy? And this is the reason why Amakacho said we need to make corruption a high risk venture. So for me, I think that this prosecution, I'm yet to see anybody who will come and cry for say political witch hunting. The money's involved, you know. I bet me almost a a particular region. Because 53 million Ghana cities and I come once Sasika in a bag him the swat Nipa was the baby. How can two individuals sit there and orchestrate such a crime? And it's not just this. Debbie, there are several of such cases. Yet, sorry, trainer and from ye nibi, as a quabrane or cofa trainer, a sky, a ream. Now, more dama trainer and from Winnibi, also quiet trainer and ream, and who seek 2 million. And that's here, your friends are young who wants them in there. So I think that these are the harsh realities. As a yakam was a magana for who say politics and now good year. We must begin to let people bear responsibility for their own action, for their own crimes. Say, to me, like some of these issues are, and I will cover the problems. So, Attorney General in the team, let me commend them. Because over the years, Ghana for bashi or more. Some of these things, and I had near my Ghana for person. So we need to move on and ensure that every single act of corruption be a cause of the cases must be line up. Now, young resources, the AG's department, they're making sure, say, all the resources that are needed just to ensure, say, you bet me, yes, I deal with, I bet me, because whenever you are dealing with black race, you're very dangerous people. We are very greedy and very selfish. And this one to me, I established the conventional red lines. Amanan to Amanan who say, me bokronwa a whole consequences in there. Man will always do the unthinkable, and that is the reason why we must begin to make corruption a high risk venture. Them people in the present government, who also you take caution. So the same future awaits you, because say what by crime punish you, another person will come and also punish you.
Innocent. So the issue is, yes, 600,000 non-existing national service personnel.
Yes.
That is the national service boss in Ankasa.
Yes.
And I give you what so area 10,000. On the year, alleged 9,934.
Yes.
Udni Nabuma is approximately like 70,000.
Yes.
But over the months, it is 80,000 ghost names.
Ghost names.
So where is the remaining 10,000 ghost names? When are you responsible for the 10,000 ghost names?
Sir, it's an ongoing digging away. So I think the investigations now is what is unraveling all these things. I give us a closure, because you can't go to court and be speculating. You need to go with absolute figures and numbers backed with evidence, payment, transaction, everything be back. So I think that the investigation and I bring it to bear the other related issues. So I think that the court will have to examine all the critical facts, the evidence. Who say they bear some sort of an evidential value above, reproach and as for to be standing the test of prosecution in court. Because you see, one funny aspect, very often some of these cases, will travel in the court for years. At the end of the day, there is no closure. Ghanaians are watching, because you see, the few Makacha Ghana, the sustenance of our democracy hinge on this particular John Mahama government, because you see, when Akufo-Addo was in power, people lost every trust in democracy. That is why over the years people were preaching coup d'etat. So people want to see what John Mahama will do differently. I bet me a grand Amagana for once again and your hope and your friends that kind of way, our democracy. So now doing some of these things by making sure say people move here, because these monies were meant for other stuff. Do you know the number of people who died because the state didn't have money and how to take money from pensioners? Do not stroke that them. Now I'm say Akufo-Addo number said the darkest decision they're saying DEP but the DEP was a deliberate orchestration out of certain foolish decisions some individual decided to take. Because as of the day, some of us were deemed anti-government some kind of way. People, he was even calling people sambalat and the same president too. So it's not as if it was a mistake. It was a deliberate orchestration. When Ono Ankasa the Wafa Sia Konoforata and what Jana Quatra Baby, Ono Ankasa Kuraya Wunu, finance minister, he's unable to come back. That is what he did. So these are near mercy, Ama Mamfu, Ebinuma Baye Janka, Ebia Lusune Papa, Ebinuma Lusu Majapadia. These are the harsh realities. And we must begin to make sure say corruption becomes a high risk venture. Motivate you now no make China, I say a Greek minister this guy. I'm not sentencing it to death. I am not saying say sentence will be to death, but you see, JB, this particular money, the existing legal system now, a criminal system now, will make it possible for us to jail these people and retrieve our money. Because we cannot just put them in jail and make sure that 600 and something million goes scot free. But this time the minister said we're there. So wherever the money went, because there were people who were doing transfer. We call Bruchania for $10,000 per command. That is what they were doing, transferring some of the money through bank and through back door. A man for ABBC for Modem no Pakisicagum, Sicilia, and Aberewa, no Timisasa over millions of pounds. And the Guni Demna and Krama and Jessica Ukromazo. So these are cases I'm expecting the Attorney General to go there. Aberewa oncha pound, Aberewa oncha dollar. Now, no to me, a chichika on the dukum name passing and as a form. We need to know where those monies are coming from, because Donald Trump, American president, who could be received Mawunya Sikana Yano Sila the Pademuno. So what are we doing? You understand? For me, these people were able to take advantage of the system because system not creating enough incentive and motivation for people to commit this kind of political plunder, and they get away with it. We must begin to make corruption a high risk venture and send a message to somebody out there. And Ghana for no, so let us it is not about Nipani NDC or MPP. Let us tackle the person. Abraba waboni sika wafa. When we begin to politicize some of these things, now I went to a particular program now, man, for say, to me, a political witch hunting. Even to ask that particular question is absolute nonsense, because who doesn't know Nema Abrante where do Kroma say? It must even ask that particular question. See, you begin to color these things with political, sentiment, some kind of affiliation. We will lose sight on the core issues. So for me, I think that I commend the government, and it's not just this. We need to go ahead and make sure say every single Gifty Oware, national say NSS scholarship secretariat, the same person in this another chrono across Kahubi, and there are several other criminal
so that the Okoko GB be the demand.
Documents not the one kind.
Scholarship
Documents see, and I make say the involvement in some of these things, also because influence are not one. Influence peddling, and as for you don't think those things are crime, and as for kind of us or secure those things for herself. And you see, we need to do proper investigation and establish the ground rules and make sure that going forward, crime is punished. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you are president, deputy president, minister, whoever. You're punishing, you're setting the basic rules now. I think that man will set up and begin to do things differently. But
before my main car will say the local residents and the commercial drivers of Sumenya Pond Road, a kind so or Martin Tesukoko, the Chirabai, Adaya Mokai, and yet. Ntisana Kasaska, we commit me to be a bear 1/3 in pool, and the Akoko Gusu Bats, a Kodikwa Brand Bottom, and I'm ranting a demonstration.
That's it. I think say na me manu gusu a me ba be ka no say mpempiye bodaru say yemma emma kwan na benu nso no bintumi nyame adoma chede a ode ama benu ben so betumi ayusu say ohwe last week graduate of French law school lady Latifa Fuseni.
Yes. ABA Fuseni
Bano.
Yeah.
Obenya the overall best student no. Ahu say ye ma kwan a megidie say bebetumi aye enso aye krabro emema bi mu eye so. Enti no say ye bossa da runa ye guso champion for the affirmative action bill say ye be pass e parliament no. Na ebi mo nso na ma akiri yensimuhunu bi say ya eba saa ha adwen because ohwe saa ayi lady yasem ya ye kan ya utim say osi ni bo ankasa say obebo oman no kro no hwe unse somewhere June honum ne attorney general be kan say on person obe rashe na why prosecution enti no oguso eje information sanya be ya say o prosecutor onimne widen oye enhwehwemu be da say time be hu say about 189 million bi afa bi mun sa to ana say ayira wo NSS honum no home no be start say be investigation na investigation no mu no ni be hu say about nipa be 22 bon wa asem no out of the 22 no ne ba nkasa be sha ase say ebi mu ko attorney general office sha ase say bebe kan bi woman nkasa say bebe ya dansefo a che say yes tu say sika sumasi no ye wiae ana say ye fae na mom kwan a ye fa so a ye wi sa sika no endi enti ndenu say obehwa enipa 22 no emu be 8 to say 5 ne be ye ehwehwemu sesia what you say ne say ohwe nso a say ne asem insitie no ebi mu a eka ho aba say be ye adansefo ede ama asem no attorney general no person che say saa nkrofo no de be de no kame akwa ti say e minimum akakra no say ohwe ye criminal offences act na ye amended no in 2022 na the act 1079 no say ye won ye friend pre bargaining enti nipa no enim say why ye bone de na mum metimi aba na de kokoam no ye nsiesi na ebi akwadu bi ananka ode bomi a say ebi anka obe madam for ebi 5 years krampo na obetimi ate so enu mom ni ekofa we na ba ntine no saa priba geni no batina ya ma enhwehwemu aba beda di say saa sika bi na enyira ye aba ye 189 million no emu be 80 million bentimi ntrezi.
Wow.
What you say emu be 80 million no bentimi ntrezi ho mom ni saa Mr. Osasibe Director General na nkasa ni issue no suba mu because be who say all the 2 checks we sign the 2 checks ayi ababe 22 million afisas kanu what you say na Gifty Oware issue na ye ka ho asem no de 5 charges ne be the ball no baako stealing na ayi criminal offences act 1960 no act 29 section 124 na cross 1 home no be stealing no e charge no say wa bo man no kro no then ye be fa offense saying money laundering near san fa another one and so ye using public office for personal gains.
Yes.
Then the other charge no so causing financial loss to the state, and so about 5 charges.
Yes.
What you say so we charges na be the ebo na now fa krono no de now be fa causing financial loss to the state na de oye yan kasa ye say one o yusu enipa na company be about register no about be 2016
blog of life consult.
Yes, blog of life consult. A company be register no in 2016.
Okay.
Mr. George something or the Paul Boatin
okay.
or no any register company no gift no use one Mr. Muhammad di edukwaji sa company no ko use ne maame driver as one of the directors.
Ne maame driver.
Ne maame.
No Gifty Oware ne maame.
Oh no ne maame driver.
Okay.
Your friend no George Anan.
Okay.
No use sa George Anan as one of the directors. Ne be call ADB. Say national service for no. Yetimi ye high pitches.
Yeah.
Edimabe.
Yeah.
Ne bank asanso betimi san ye den edi loan. Na mom loan na obeje no. Say otimi tua no within 1 year. What I say because national service no the whole national service program no 1 year.
Yeah, sure.
Entino Gifty Oware no say onu mom high pitches edema national service for no. What I say entino o tro say ohia sika about 78 million.
Okay.
Enti 78 million no. Ni ADB for no tro the man say 78 million nya de a. Ni nsabetimi aka because say ntete ne tete obi a ye won ye fe no affordability. Affordability no wontimu enti obi more than 50% of near ono no je bosome.
Yeah.
It should range from 33 to 50% of nipa no edge as nipi. What I say? Enti no ono accept say obeji amount na beba ese bedbe man na ne ye 31,502,910.40
so
pesos.
Approximately like 31.5 million.
Good. Now it come with interest.
Yeah.
And the interest no so nkwano about twice near na ono no edge. And ne about 62 million honum na ho kan ye.
Okay, so the 60 with an accrued interest, her actions allegedly cost a total loss of 38,458,248 to the state.
Good. And you have sika ono oje ye na nkasa na.
So the 31 million.
Yes.
Interest and that's 38 million.
38 million.
I see.
What you say? And into a causing financial loss to the state, because one kasa we are 31 million. What you say? Oh, you sue 9,934 national service ghost names.
Yes, almost.
These are people who are not national service, but o generate our national service central management system no. No the generate are ghost names no. No you sue edekwaje 31 million no. What you say? Enti okwaje any interest bear times 2 ebe kan ho. Enti ho ne causing financial loss to the state.
I see.
Ebam. So enti sometimes no say yeah discuss did say ya. Na say what national he kro no amount for ebo or mine. Na ubisa ho say hwe national service for ikrampo a ye ka ho asem yi. Obi na no abaya ya bekoye ayi picketing wo Ministry of Health.
Yes,
okay, say the national service ni na nsa nka ni skada. Enti ba be ye service na nkasa no. Ye ntua beka. Na mom saman bia ono no ti ba bia ye nim no. Saman twentwen on san samanfo no atimi age close to 70 million. And it doesn't make sense.
Well, that's saman back 600 million, almost like 500 million plus.
What you say?
Saman Ketwa also ne about 31 million.
Good.
Say gugusa.
And me many Ivan that be about na here about issue of corruption and say the attack and assassin we say amount for ebe nya men can say maybe losing interest wo na na do aban because of corruption na ekokoso no enti na bi mu preach about offense say obi betimi awisu tuo e de age oman no and President Mama Wabai no the last hope ye wo say sa corruption na anase corruption allegation cases na ekokoso wo na do amamu mu no yentumi an retrieve sa sika wi na say yetena ase a anhwe a ochena bi no yenti asemde ochi ase nya dia ebeti asemde because o hwe sa sika wi a afa kwabrane nsatoa enye sika ketuo What you say? Any Ivan Kyei and say, okay, Wyoming case numpa. Now the compare with ya. What you say? We waste.
Why Mr. Kana say 51 million, right? 51 million. And we 653 million Ghana cedis.
So 53 na that's no 53 na that's no.
That's to check why you Mr.
Good. Eso say why you Mr.
Outstanding 600 billion.
You see, me wahu. Adia ba ko a me kan say even though say offer friends free bargaining act and I said the free bargaining act now. Yes, sorry. The fair bargaining act now. Say obi betimi aiden abakupuo mu enu aba be negotiate. But you see Ghana for expectation bi. Enti abeto abade ma president mama. Sa expectation ye say yantimi amiti na say ye topal ho a de ebeba no enye. Free fair bargaining and I say free bargaining yes you betimi aye but my enye ne say time bia no a bia ye be say ye be prosecute obi no because nan say what say matopoku prempe ka say ya okoyoku what you say and ka hwan krani nim say okoyoku nya so one ne kan ya this is somebody he offense mass set issue ebon won ho laptop teacher for laptop and so bon won ho because be san koto he offense past questions
yes
past question book baako bi cost 78 Ghana cedis book baako past question book baako bi 78 Ghana cedis enti sankrofo we mu nyina nenam ho Genti a Ghana for hwe so eto abama president mama no saa niema we mu bi enti mimom no mesusu say ma yan sonson ho mra na eda ho no mra no edoso ma yan su mra ba ko se plea bargaining na ochina bi nipa no ba no aba be hu
but even with the plea bargaining there are a lot of aspects within the plea bargaining into you mentioned so but there are a lot of issues within the plea bargaining so you can't say plea bargaining you don't just go say Maria Obensi Kente me bana me no aba negotiating there are a lot that goes into it
but that is what they are doing
yes
what's the mention as because say attorney general near ono no kan say I think say the deputy no okay say out of the 22 now be allege say corruption no be ho bon wo mu no emu bi mo ba say fine no cre say bawia na mo be willing say ba nkasa be san I serve as witnesses what you say no kan ho bi ni man ne abeduru ni pakuma bi a ye prosecute be
all right quick one
I think my time kakra na men can this particular issue I think you back and forth between the ministry and nurses and the backlog I think my use opportunity na me commend the minister for health or more team through where or making arrangement to pay these your friends saying nurses now
about 7,000 of them.
Yes, and I think it's a good move over there. And I think despite pressure now, for the man or no, the young man is really doing a good job. But you see, Ghana, no, we are very reactionary people. Adiaba, yenya penny Jebi, me better catch us say that particular Presidential Transition Act. We need to amend that provision and make sure say an outgoing president will not have the power to be putting people into the system.
Yes.
Especially handy over. That period they created this pool of individuals and abaya boss Messi so. Because one of Safumafo did a press conference when MPP took over. Ka say NDC then appear nipa gumno in the spirit of good governance, you don't come and repeat the same thing. Nurses alone, over 13,000 people were pushed within that period. So you see, politics with diligence. We don't have good conscience. So media say, let us amend the Transition Act and create a freeze period. And making sure say within a particular period, either the two governments will work together or we don't allow your friend saying any backlog beer and now so beer making sure that you don't own that person arrears or far now within transition period there should not be any arrears other government will come and inherit see to me yes I'm sure we will find a headway some of these back and forth eba the beer eba ye kan wasema na ababeye we no. I think say so better because we must begin to grow as a country. It's not all the time na issues no ba. Na ya keka ho nsema na ya repeat at the end of the day nothing happens again. See ntimi anya sa de na ya move on as a country from this near Lucia be and Frima. In the next 4 years, we will come back here and have same conversation and nothing will change. And again, last one. Your friend said maths and English or more kind of a quiz no more.
Maths and science.
Yes. But who said your friend said the Ministry of Health said we're making budgetary allocation 9 point something. Say science and maths quiz baso. Let me be someone said it's not even supposed to be a government responsibility to be giving money for that.
Sure.
This is something that has been running for 32 good years. So are we saying that we can't set up a board that will go and look for money and make sure that we run that particular thing independently? Because sir, America got talent, British got talent, you'll be a got talent, you'll be a registered in a company, and even the TV rights alone generate a lot of money. Sir, your friends say mass and science quiz, you know. Can't we just create idea and run it? Now making sure that even the TV rights alone will be sold to a particular TV station like Oduya. Monkwana more the TV right to show it, and then you go out and look for sponsors. Must it always be that buying this? We can't even think outside the box and answer saying because other private way to me run it. Is it? Ma we are muye wa hai.
Yeah, Juma mo friend nasufo.
No. You do back.
Ghana's most beautiful.
Ghana most beautiful. Yeah. This is a private entity or multi-how, but you are able to run this particular thing every year, get sponsorship and so forth. Why can't government get the same thing? So I think we need to begin to think outside the box. Not always abayin sika maya. Then you know science and maths. You've been running the thing for 32 good years. Plan B na wa make.
But I say, Baba Minya quick birthday bi wa hanu muse na so I so quick comment.
Yeah, quick one.
Within 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah. Me say our friend say minister no care say lady na oka obese say they should temper justice with mercy. I think say the nipa beya ni minister no aye no. You see sometimes no obu a hungry man is an angry man. Lady no if you were to be in her shoes you understand. I think say ade ba ko a lady na ntimi anye using the emotional intelligence. What I say at least come there na mum say utimi den guided in some of the things that you do. What I say go obi okay say the national service for the whole 1 year yantuaneka wasan ba be start adwuma me onya offenses ka. I'm not justifying or in any way trying to justify what she did, but sometimes it's also a caution to yana yakano. Okay. Say obia na obeye because after sad picketing who say lady bia or no mum and so complaining say ne rent crash won't amount for the econo emwa enti etisa ne be ka say friend say odi ahina akunsu what I say either say odi insuo no ne ahina beba ana say obeba nsapan enti lady no call odi ahina akunsu beto oba no amfa hwe ama beto bi so call wonya adisua edema ye nyina.
So we are minister, we are DC, we are MP, we are president, we are vice president. Monsieur ade bi fi jena na opoku agema ho memben from the days na me nim no until 2012 only kojo oponkroma moderating IEA for presidential debate. And I'm the who Jane na no puku agema. Na me nim no. Okay. Me who ni pa a time I'm a hammer kofa the first time. Said running mate. Me fire mfante. Eti me who sa am saying no, woman me steady no. But da me catch us or catch and say you need to call Toby or catch waka koro no. And them say ma me no omo aberewa. Obetumi no wan antene wa hyɛ da so wabre na onye professor kwa ma me ne professorship no enye kwa wanto osue nyan onne professor no wanto osue nyan na yene ne nam ne yida no sua ade ba ko pa bi fi ne ho na minim se meye the same thing, but then I think say me no bebre sa mafia nipa ba ku bia ni asase so a obetimi ama ade bia ye da age Yesu onu mpo oba ye no fa nipa 12
Lesianfo
e kan ne ho asa otimi a succeed Yesu na nka wo tumi nyina owade nyina ho kwan se ono nko a betimi ayo bribiara opese oyo na esanse se ono Yesu kontekro efri asase so a nipa beboa nipa nti ofa nipa kan ne ho ma menkan kire panimu bia wutie me so wo fie hawo so wo minister wo ye coordinating director. Not one single person can ever make anything to be successful under the sun. Even in love making, an unwarranted intercourse, somebody must open for somebody to come.
Enter.
Mami fa me am wo fie ha nye example. I know that I know. Matia mabre. But don't forget say no kwasem panya me nim na me ka che one. Me beg one ma meto afia tago me energy ko fom. It is almost a me perfia sama. Me nya wadwen fi ne bi before no. Enye hwe if you have a wound loss that. But some bedru ha. Na oni ha. Na me energy ayira. Esote. If you say you are bonded to a certain level, I want to make sure say remember but because or complement me energy. Huh? Some bed you say me ye show na ma ba chudi na ma ba ntaru. What that means? It means a lot to me. Edin Achu, Edin Antaru, Edin Godwin, Edin JB, Ame Bobono. I feel certain or Rabini energy be around me. Yeah. I told them a bedroom, my children. First time I said, I'm a bedroom tempano. Me bedroom, I don't know who I'm any. Because when you say, you'll be beating me. Let me sit here and tell whoever is occupying any position. If you think that you can survive and do it alone, waiting. Who passes here, you buy a camera person behind her, Peter Niha, Abraham Niha, Kabehemi. And you do baby. As a send party, as you say, position and Yamidiama or Sabi Buru Sabi Nyado, a young Quasiafo. And am I who so be in answering? Sir Quasia Nias Asiswa, ye who answer some fast word da. It is a wish Quasia and Pamano, because on another who's a winning answer. To some committee, now Quasia 4 doors one. And Pamo Trasidina Casa, may who's a one over years. Cause Kwasia na somfa so ena maye hu se sena obi wa asase so a oyenyan sadin etina Bible ne ka se momani na momunyini sa asem na wo Bible no mo odu momani na emomunyini twabra ne se Peter Bekasa amaye hu se oyenyan sadin cause ya ka ya Kwasia fo obi Bekasa amaye hu se na dream odu na ye ya kan ye hu se ya dream oha eti kendifo ye mpaw ne kwa ma sha de ni din hu se sa ma me je na no poku agema no oye bosom oye nipa me obi animisu ne me ba me mboni pa ba so by heart o se me ka cho se why ade if you are me sure so bet you kind the number of times and I catch and say news we are okay I am there me answer na me bo aba so say why are there na why are there? Kaje na no poku ajimai. Wa woni ne nam. Mo am won the office. So who say oyoba? Who say je na no poku ajimai? Or a vice president and a yama position be and a wood dinner chi won't grow hockey to a be or to be have you see and ra menka nami ni ho but let me to me there and I'm here my end tatty and I'm in a more ma meno ma meno ma shama Mohammed Tiko. Mami ni be president. Men kan bibi abium. Wọ́n wá pray nyina no. Say the ACA timi si wi a me ka tro plane. E me ma ni nyina be ye mmem. Mami no. Mami odenne. Mami no. Ba hwe Mohammed Tiko. Onu ye JDM me hu JNU me hu say musicians be crash started tron nyom for maame no sa maame no yete ho sa when you better say wine na oyiwa enkan for say bibia ba friend obake Nano, actually, welcome. And can cast somebody here now back here, welcome.
Call you, I'm going to you, white show.
Huh? Oh, here, back here, welcome. Hey, I'm done with another again. Hey, Aquaba. Oh, Aquaba, can over. Who to a wooden cry? Oh, back here. Hey, Aquaba. What about that? A chromocasa. Say over ya che. Obake will know me obake. That woman will be obake. Jena no pokwajma will be obake. Jena no pokwajma wa badada obake. Uko kromo foka semwa obake. Eche se wa badada. Jena no poku ajimai yamana kwaba efise obake me te wa ya nema ase ne sweat ne ade ne ba wu me jaja esi na nye esi na ye ade ne ba cause maka cho se na nye number 2 me hu ade bi from Ghana National Fire Service. And I pay me call a chief fire officer. Miniaba me do from Awusi gate ano. But me call the director of operations of the Ghana National Fire Service. I swear. Na adia bi kwaso common ketenkete part 2. Sir, na Ghana National Fire Service for anye careful. Trouble beba. Na enema na kwaso fire service no. Me say who director of operations sir. Bibia wo bia no me kwa director of operations no so asama ko bia so if say me this position limida. Mr. Producer, check something and put the letter on the screens for me. Ghana National Fire Service Director of Operations BBI fine. Pacho BBI correct. Wa wotna sia na wo dwene Ghana National Fire Service ho a BBI fine. Me nkoma wo si ho. Wonim de tia me nkoma wo si ho. Mausi is under the Interior Ministry. Mausi maame no oye mo fire chief fire officer no oye under the interior minister eti asem we am be kan no eye Muntaka Mubarak any director of operations Emma Ghana National Fire Service mumie enu asa na me munyi Mausi nsinchen me pacho obi asuma Ghana National Fire Service se mun training officers se bunitska mu ankasa mu ni fire attendants mu ni hwe Jebi Ghana National Fire Service for 13th October 2025 na yedabeye enra all regional fire officers, all commandants, the commanding officer headquarters. This letter was written and signed by the director of finance for the chief fire officer. The NTR, Emma main co-chief fire officer, no so say. Producer Rolly Kwasro, Pierre Kwasro. The NTR main come out with the say. Aha, yeah. Ebet me abasa mawusi nim hoshe because somebody signed for her. Until I hear from her, I am holding Mark Bracco Apia Jr., DCFO, Director Finance, responsible for this letter. Oh yeah, whoever signed this, yes, a copy, and I'm a to the chief fire officer. But your chief fire officer, the signature near na say a copy to her. Et who signature see me no a pet. Chesa Obi and I sign crata we and the chief fire officer a chassis Ghana National Fire Service headquarters Accra. About the signer baby a year copy letter na kono ye sign wo. Director of Finance, Ghana National Fire Service. One correct idea we are, me do nyame, me no mienu, ye benya problem. Afe producer for letter the bra form. JB, ya picking fire officers across the country say, one call for training. One call training in we are. Director of Finance at Chocolate say, fire officer be able to 90 million, 9,000. Na Ghana Fire Service for Ankasa Busuma ketu no saying. Afeti say na omu koye no aduane omu kodi ye na wonye ready say wo di nipa be ko ba bia ko training na what dey kwakwaje dai due to funding challenges recruits cadets and existing personnel who went for training were made to pay something saying were made to pay something when na me koka ya say Captain Smart di atem we anya kwase aborofo. They were made to pay something. Police are away something no underline something. And yes, who said they were made to pay something. Adebena was as a friend something I pay. Can you pay for something? We for training were made to pay something. Nkwasi a bribe ni yaji wo krom ha sika fu ni etu otuanti sika bia etu bia ya friend something maybe say interior minister say we who krata we say then your friend something. When you tell me you have paid for something, what is that supposed to mean? Something obi the tanker by ana obi the jollof by and one mobile ho. Now what me ahwe nyame anim director of finance what trust something. When you tell me say when people pay something, you pay an amount, you pay a price. So is the director of finance telling me say that something is money or that something is a price to subsidize their feeding cost for the period of their training. Training you share One was sort recruit. Obi afe na aban afa the National Fire Service. What did they go do baby no waka chen so metua sika. Something. One can sika say something. Eti fire service for na yeji sika omo no wo kwa ufia no watwitwa flowers. The flowers is also something. Now they go envelope, now they are common because it's something. To subsidize their feeding costs for the period of their training. The attached list of personnel are officers, officer cadets, and other ranks who still owe feeding fees. Are we not crazy? Are we not mad in this country? That you go and train an officer and you are asking the officer to pay for feeding fee. Are we not crazy? Are we not mad in this country? Okoka, ubenye tibon cost of across the country to say Captain Smart to Muade or did atem. So what say ni wuni ekawe hua? How would you feel? I am a Ghanaian. I'm a proud citizen of this country. And when I see such letters, it can get to CNN. BBC can have access to this letter because it's on the social media. Anybody at all can have access to this letter. And this is an insult to the integrity of this country. And we sit in this country and we watch people to fool around. And when you open your mouth to talk, they say you are insulting. What is wrong with us as people? Yeah, more damn. Be a one on to say, but get closer to me. You will know me better. Me when the microphone shame na Ghana be mu pe na asem na si. It is a won ti ase a me ba me microphone. Cause me nkasa. Now watch this. Number 2. The list has been grouped into 2 categories. Appendix A contains the list of personnel who still owe. How can you tell me I owe? But till mama de professional who still owe but will be deducted from their accounts directly by their various banks. Are you mad? Are you crazy? Na mitifiana antiama loss. Come on, look me. Antiama loss no ye HR manager waha. Me ba fia ha wonim the total number of training na ya mami. Na me twa sana antiama loss aba be ka tell say Kojo Smart. Training na ya ma onyi na no ye bete afi busu market mi do nya me keja beto fia. That's one thing I mesu every media general penny for ho. 1 wondi won workers ho agro. 2 wo dem asam nton ho na be hu sesam wo won penny for wo chi. The way on be ba boso pa di wachi no. Me na ye no wo tama na akufa do cheche me no. Ye che me 29th time. Anti bi betra NIB office was our name is Senua Man and Chairman Mr. Ma. Ya che me 31st time same thing. Ya do ya che me ni GH1 same thing. Ya che ye call Ministries Police Station same thing. I was like na Padisi. Ya che hey ya fa Professor Ogempa. Abecha in international relations. Kojo Smart me te hey mentua kapre. Ya fa obi from EC. Wabecha and said they organizing elections. Mentua kapre. Me ba fia me check me list and no me share that. Me will send me message. Barbara, no was send it captain. Barbara, no was send it. Barbara, no was send it. Me share no me ba fia. Me nim fia num. Mako 17 trainings. Workshops, unkaboma, mako 17. Ebi o hokra me nko jebi me da ase. Bebre manko. Cause me had the doorso do training no doorso. Eti bebre manko. Santia ma losin ni anti bi me se nuama me safo. Ene Mr. Ma, o me ye o madwen say. Training na makoni na ye betete afiri makatu ma. Ene mte ha ye adwuma be ya. Producer for letter no to so biom. Enti wo ma chemu mienu. Yes, one way di kind wo ya appendix A. Wo ya officers wo mo dadeka nti ye beti afiri. One account to direct from one banks. Appendix B contains the list of personnel who are to make cash payment for the amount owed. Are you crazy? Abansi can you try the cash? And the officers in the Sika way bar, you never receipt. Huh? Yes, and trophy, you come maybe a GBB, a CFN solid. Why not call J solid? My man receipt that. Mr. My name is Sawaje Solida. I have which receipt. Godwin Kwakutata. Producer for Yamache. Fa was solid receipt, bra. Et officers in Cotres Asika we are. Why never more receipt? Canada National Service in Penny for behaving to some Black Stars goalkeeper. As a Gabriel. Boy, no cry, cock on or betcha 2 pound Yashe. Payment can be made at the salaries office. Hey, Ghana, you yeah, pay for. I'm saying, I pay for some soldier to find service for doing gent, I pay for fan or a jet to gent, yes, how can you tell me, say? Baby, I get your salary, no. What am I the car me go to ya? Hey, Director of Finance, Ghana National Finance Service. Baby, I get your no. You go to your car. If you are be any baby, and I get your FIBA, Media General, Salaries Office headquarters or paid directly into the service account below and the pay in slip forwarded to the salaries office for clearance. Na shadio. Officer na wo say ode service ne kano. Account no ko to sika na tum na donor fund. Nti say wo ko to sika na tum a wa na wo pay na wo ko to sika na chefa service. Meanwhile you down ka. Mr. Chu, are you watching? Yes. How can I pay money into a donor fund? Meanwhile you are telling me I owe you. 85 service for a year since somebody no moji ana. Sam, Interior Minister, if I acquire say, Muntaka, we Yansabianim. Tell me, God in MP, no. Why also the Deputy Guanodi, Deputy Minister of Defense, Deputy Minister of Interior, or the deputies are not the deputy. Tell me, this thing, it doesn't make sense anywhere. There is no sense in this thing. What's the medica? Namin Kotia. Account Namin Kotia Skanatum near donor fund. It is a Unkotriana Samba pay Yakaso a donor fund account and a fire officer no Okotria Sikanatum. Meanwhile, who catches on the car? Who tata and saw the oka? And yes, I'll bet you in account too. Mamma will see wherever you are, Tatanyo, Marakuku Afan. Mausi tatanyo madekuku afwa mapokata anu achese mapokata anu achese mene Dabi and you know mapokata achese mi ntime mu mausi mapokata anti donor fund. Yada danka. We are so much the deadline abeto. We write for you to bring to their notice that they have up to na oji donor. Me mebwa wuska. Wo ma be deadline. Sankalumbe we na bush of say captain one or your neighbor. Eti I saw betray 100,000 Ghana. Na baby I didn't do yama up to 31st December. I saw betray skanma lumba. E bush afo. Lumba year so 6 December ebeba so obi ani asase so betumi stop it. Yabe year 6 December na pepepe. Wa wo se wo be ma no. Otumfo da pakam be du lumba yi ase a. Aya ka chensa wo ye be leave bra ho. Ye be bu akum. Se hunu sa o mind te se Ghana. Your problem your baller, ye nin kania, ye ni adwuma, ye so ya produce 1,000 lawyers every year. Such a country. We are producing lawyers. We are not producing engineers. And then another day discussion. That day no. Why hear me a lawyer be any machine court to that? We are producing lawyers. Lawyers are layers. In any country where there are too many lawyers, there are too many low layers. Or my name koso da. Or maybe a lawyer for those. Or my name ye. It's a producing for a metro manson. They producing engineers to solve your problems. Hey Ghana, 31st December. Producer Kostro, Brofumi Shawadu Krana Yamideno. And then a donor fund almost says submitted for your strict compliance. For your strict compliance. Fire service for more bien dress askano. One way triano, by catching producer me that's a free so. It's a full man no. It's a who man no. I tell we are Ghana National Fire Service, much rubber to a montano, Nyansa Ben a womb. It is a soldier for echo training. Open so catch me say, Captain now call training no. On me triaka, and yes, you see feeding a Diana or the man D 90 million. Made to pay, so say fire service something. Mausi, Marekuku F1. Mesha adi ni mono. Fire officer be a friend Belinda, they can home more. Yes, so they can 1,500. Now we got training 1 week. Now at the annual wedding go 90 million. I don't want me ponko. Hey, Obiam Jijeme and Kasau. Welbeck. Yes, so they cut 3,500. We money on the cash. John Atta 3,000. Kruger F1 4,500. Oh, I will buy Miss Aman near pay or the Daniel. Who did that to us now? Or don't question you know the young winner 7,500. Yes, I don't me ya the toso I didn't remember to me pass the betoso. Now one can say what trust our letter way into what doing Yajuma. You expose your officers to this level by writing their names with a corresponding amount. When you have a catch up says others pay something. Now something no there, and then something no a particular amount. Akwa we dey to say odidi papa. Onunkwa ne dey 9,000. Inyaba yes bank account now Absa. This is a serious security blunder. What did I mention when I say? I'm saying National Fire Service on penny for money security. I say. Ejana mudum abey force wo mutu anadu eja. I say ejana mudum tumu. Madam some ya abey for. Mo ya abey for. Mo ye nipa. Sebe ye no so pa ye be relegate amamo. We ye then a whole fire officer. What run the ding? Now what run the service number? Now what's that baby or now watch the banker or Jina Ketuefi. No one publish it. Are you guys crazy? JB menenanam Tagwa menenanam Godwin onu ne kwaba. Why the name hoya Ketuefi? We assume. Say until my loss no ye HR manager kra ofia. Until my loss kra dem me fan TB dan kasa. San TB Ben who say Captain Smart, you try to cover this bank. Na na ketua ye say na me na makoka. Na wo ankasa what the security organization are not. I don't quite say public at the Facebook. Now I try ID 1640252. The job recruit a job. Yeah, trust no job. Just over broke. Job as such, I don't know. Job is not one single word. It's an abbreviated word. It's a Latin word. You are just over broke. It's here what job na no money no. We are just over broke. But so nipa bebre wo fi anya ti dem ha bi so say when na ketu asa. Be say Abraham age de me mage de Peter age wo kura wo de asa da wo de asa. Wo de asa da. The microphone from her, do 15 from most market, no, Nasa, just over broke. Now, what me actually, ha, Ghana Fire Service for, Moya Bay for me, do yame. Moya Bay for, Madame Mausi, whoever wrote this letter, suspend that person. How can you write the ID of an officer, his name, and his bank? What's that role remaining? There a yemi yan say near the station no so asaka. What show station no? Why are you exposing these officers to ridicule? Why? Are you guys crazy? What is wrong with us? Granted, if you want the money to be paid by them, must you do this? One person mutuya kanokurana. Inti say who didn't say who say. Fire service in penny for you guys should bow your goddamn heads in shame. This is a disgrace to the service. Me Ghana man penny me pam penny for na. You guys are a disgrace. The interior minister, make query muina. Obia must respond to this. Are you guys crazy? What will be no master the range in Naka home? Meanwhile, Ghana National Fire Service in penny for me to chrome her. Many JB the FIT say you entry fire service for rent allowance. Rent allowance no krano abayin TI. Akufado asagro 2023 2024 otua 2 months and one no jetum 10 na much dim crass some way e dey atoso oti region for so do so hey ot4 ot so otj4 no OTAJ. Pacho, nyansa ben na wasa ade we. We ye penny na what da doma no na woni nyansa. Wonya ade we. I want to see another letter. Interior Minister, say na wuti kuro yi mu. You are the fire service for court training one at all maduane di. It's the next time so we invite fire officers or members in court training. No man kwa. Why na ye? You took from here court training ye court training. You my fried rice. Antama from na mo aduane no mame. You timi di wo training na sesa na e we fi ade kwa ekosuan. Namwa. Ye kwa training wo HR room ho a jollof any akoko so half chicken kakraka pa animi. As a Lancaster hotel, kasie banku tilapia, banku okro soup. Twada kura jollof dey heavy. Antama baby I auto jollof utoloy. Sa jollof ni heavy pa sa ye training me Friday na my jollof ni bi. Ye didi peche. Me copy Ghana Ghana Armed Forces for training bi so ewo Army HQ okay Army HQ I just say Army headquarters that time na former CDSE or Kwas or chief of army staff no training no mo ya jare mo kwato aduan ka so mo ya party o me do her so captain are you here I'm say if I'm not here ka wa hu captain where do Ghana for so your question me ebisa o ni pa hu sa wa ba no ebisa say kodwo wa ba me mai mawu kwabrani ja won che pa wa hu sa wada no wa be yan no wada me nai me take what me do oh captain are you here I am not here I am gone. Yeah, mommy plate as a hesh as a hemre kokro bi pa ya che ni beans bi pa ka ho urade nyakopon ami HQ ho me kapredi me hwa ha ikewu me we na misa cd say am I going to pay something? Or say the people you came to meet, no one is paying anything, nobody is paying anything, none of them will pay anything. Now you the fire service for training. Now you so go train 9,000. I didn't talk on ODD. Meaning say, and you answer 4 or 5 services. Sans some full way to be trapped. I feel I'm going back to Central Region. Hey, many other fans from my main council in Chawan. Central Region now on your president to be on why. You want him for what doing you Juma Central Region. I'm in my country. Hey, a pa, Pemasem, a part time. I'm a phone. I'm maybe I saw me ben. Baby, I'm a wo. A Juma me ye. O man I met him. Nampedo ye. Eti say in wuna a bubu me inchua. All the way you want a katakata. Ishamna ibu me inchua wa na kata we nyua. On famu one day. Obi shawana obey madam we be nyua. I want na kata we nyua. Bon famu de bu me inchu. Mara bon famu. Se nyimilie pa ami adibi oye yo wasase do onye me yo. Adibi oye dawo onye me dawo. Adibi oye hwam onye me hwam. Ami abi menem na moroko adam ta mmoso amawun moko ana mu wuso amensu na obi na wekum matu ewewi abiri in the afternoon ya matu mato hot team kojo na okon mansu anya bia nkum metam na waso ko sama nka samu kroma bayifun wonyim de wo ba won try wontum anya bia na wekum ana nya nkwasi ankomhye na nkrofo bi hihye okroma sa captain smart be wunu na bekume o ara wonkomhye wontum nkum because asofo na won fa wa ya bayifu na bayifu so degrees am made to 13 wonkom ha asofo prophet na fa wa level 9 ntame ye level 13 to sofo bayifu o level 9 me level 13 ye na yenyen nto sofo anyen na me wontum mayam ame na mere ye wo sofo ntina wa so no rugun enyen kuti Debbie akunfi ya okro ba ko ho hene no tikumase ohene no tikumase o ena district assembly no say abai John Muhammad Sikaba so mo fancy 24-hour economy asasina da ho na onu na dey asasina ma assembly so mo fancy wasan the assembly ni kokot so original asase to 24-hour economy market no enka dem o nana enyanya enyu nti wala to enyanya enyu nana enya nti nyanya anyenyu eti market a igwa osede wosi wazima mesiafa wewe kumfi ohinin otukumase ano in district assembly no work man so na anyen yu ma me catch me say anyen yu enti or the district assembly is a court sika no so da bank assembly need to nyi sika no fancy market ena me safa wo ekunfim potem wo ina so one na baby basabasa ke yeti krom ha 2006 J Kufuor time ye call ekunfi enclave ho tamayere ye campaign ye fi ho na ye ba baby ana mami obey foreign affairs minister your friend and mami kokko kama yi hana tete ne constituency ye fi ekunfi na ye ba hana tete ekunfi to ewutu ani senya enclave ho ye kodu ekunfi chronicle momozin that day Ami Kufuor former vice chancellor University of Ghana ye friend asenso ha any MPP penny for JB ye na wonyenye by heart wonyenye sisi by heart ti President Kufuor kachia ahemfo ni wie no na obaye no say opeso shia DC no was that time no me pese me bo obi adi and obaye no say your excellency ena yen krofo no yen wan kase de wonja anyi what's wonja anyi yes KVIPS ho Paris no was wonye wompa no ho a mframa fo wontu ofo wo hwe ho nti won tohwe no ho mframa no ofa nti nya na wo benye mpa no ho was wonja anye mo de hala mo sere President Kufuor say omun jai ni sare beze o so ya the voices of di edi no omun jai ni KVIPC o hini na wo kro no ho se sika na ye de se ye de beji asase no akakakra ye ntu ai etina na the padlock akoto toilet ni DC kobua na the padlock akotum omu na the padlock na yetimi afa dawurunta abo dawuro okrum ho na yenka nche on dey bobi ala nkonkonyi KVIP nim ebenya anyi mpano na nkrofo wonyi mpano otwa the same central regional Rollins katre ye say abokram okra cat mwa okra krasa onia ayo kataso ye kan fansefo asama ha nya wakote na fanse yo me bi eti ben try we anyenyu ama so me anyen Jebi me say yesre ya eti President Kufuor kasari ye no obetna so no ena ye ne that time ye ne Western region ho mami bako ye popular pa obeye fisheries minister the first fisheries minister Gladys Asma into Gladys Asma to President Kufuor metna na cholo aya money President Kufuor metna no oya Gladys Asma nimdi hey aya money ena enti ya sro hosa. What is wrong with us? Eti asase a yedi besi market ama mo akumfi no. Mumu sa mo disi no akumfi no. Me nkasa yo, but I know. Bisa disi no akumfi no. Non kan tro sesi a. Sasema me kan me boa. Ko district assembly ho, ko akumfi, apapa ko fesa asamwa. Mo disi nso de asamwa. Mon ko district assembly ho, youth na mo akumfi no. Walk straight to the district assembly and find out from the DCE. I didn't tell market in the Ekunfifoi. John Mahama or the Sikaba. Don't fancy marketing man. What's the one see because on him is assassin court. Mayor John Mahama, Magic Secretary Kunfia, Abankrayana Kumase, Makusi marketing no, Namtin baby. When you said the whole central region maybe a school down here, Papa Kunfi. Producer role. Mention what the central region, your problem. This is the most beautiful school in Akumfi. And yet KGU, a primary and JSS. I didn't see one. Who boss super? Not trouble about school there is what when school there young come fresh. She paint na wo hono. She paint na e wo hono. Where ya kumfi. And Central Region MPs. I mean, Kassam will intramo. Sha, sir, man, she ya oh. Ebe kakra no. Ube campaign ebe chwa bu. Aya kwa kapa, hey! Yes, Kojo is inciting. Sanka Obako school we be we kumfi hwa. Ka be catch him say I am inciting. What the other two channel me we kumfi. No me we go mu kakra. Na fe me we ana me be kwa to forcing. Me kwa to forcing ho. Na ma be wie ewo commander edina eguafo ebrem. Northern region kura first no mu kuro ni din ya mienu mensa eno watim kasana kasana sangana usakangana ene yetwam kasana nko ade ne ho ye wo commander edina ebrafo ebrem meden edi akese hwini o Peter baby Queen Elizabeth ba Ghana ha first okotna ye mekire odan ne ne Yenye sani bia wo Central Region mani hu se ade we esesi na beboa ye Makaya for any to from who kwa Central Region a lawyer for ye correct na ye fanti for Papa Datson then Denson then Johnson and then Richardson and then Williams then Smith Manson kwana fanti for yenyi mutwe wo mamja twi nto anam ka fanti Manson kote nyimpa bi ope Manson bi oyayen Iban fanti mema Manson kote ni yetwe Inyen kote Manson kote Igwe Manson Anumabo Manson Bankesim Manson Hifa Manson Brefutu Manson Kosenya Manson Fasolpon Manson Efaha Manson Eseha Manson Nyamrasa Manson Asebu Manson Efaha Manson Kutin Ogu Central Anti Grace no fe dumfa moi ne yakatre dumfa kakra o clinic o we dumfa me papa no gbe am papa na agi or midwife agi no him papa no wo gbe dumfa hospital Rollins crowd catch on there anka obesisi no ndc odulusi J Kufo be na kare yebesi hospital we dumfa J ntwensi ne ko yedi ko sese abodunko hospital me ma amini nua abna sechua ama sechua no your friend ama sechua na ni kun Mr. Wilson on na lawyer security watchman e wa abrodunko clinic ho Abraman Secondary School Boys Dormitory hospital no so there's no wall it is yes serious no work for one girl seba no am girls national quarter hospital OPD ho ada wo yer Senior house master by we no ko pepe na girls na be dormitory. Nyada wase amese na me da school hobby. Moko abroman kakra. Se nyima me ka kire onne moko abroman. Enti mi ma abrodun ko. Pa mi medumfa pa mi meji krom pa mi mteti pa mi odomase pa mi mabaka pa manson kote no gu central e ba ze pa no ha omfantefo e wa asase no e ba ze pa no e one problem mi a me ko srem mi wie central region mo ko northern region sin na meye medjuma besi kwa hesa adan no edan ni si ho Peter ana ahemfo no twe dan no asase na aka no ho manso aha ya me dia we susu aha nya wo dia we susu aha ya me dia we si aha nya wo dia ye nya nyansani bia ho se ye trokrata amra abla gomashi mamaga se mamaga besesi ha na nkrofo atimi aba hwe producer fa video no to so fa dan to na edan ni si ho na essay ani wo fi UK ho ba wo mesran ya wo de wo mpese tuo be ka wo aha no mkoda no mkotrem no mkohwe ene atete apasam esi ho obi a twema nso na kakra asase de aka ndapu ba de aka ni na obi aso twe ho manso then a higher drain central region then a higher drain from a pump junction bedu gomu anyemi wo fa won sani fa wo be ko gomu ade nchira no watwa so ho akwa aguna so aduro wo fa won sabon kuma from gomu anyemi wo ko gomu ogwa wo ko gomu amankasim na wo to aso ne takwa na wo ko ensase pa edda ho ensase egu ho free obi andobi ba wo de kofa sekan se wo kodo asase ne bi e ho da be hu se asase no e ya asase Tama Isaac Edumaze oye central regional minister asamu ya me kenye se yesi o me see papa bi no wa agre so do me catch say obo me sutro bi mi remfida ye friend Joe Ringo no wa agre so do otekwan no ho ha yesi wawu sa papa de sanko di 90 years na me share baby anka sutro no me boni bi obo masu oye 10 gram mo be mapa o hwe me sutro bi mi remfida Sami kone ye kwa kama boni funu no sotro ni bi me do nyame tebi sa sotro na mi remfi da wo tebi obofa mechi o se na me ye kitikiti bi so e na ono so wanti ni nsa no ye ni sei asa obo tennis no obo pian o kan o kwa na me se metintin my ye tintin ye joringo se we o sim boss sotro no ho. There was one Colonel, be a friend Colonel Agri. O tried any of share papa to say no. I'm saying Colonel Agri susuru. Cause I heard Joe Rumbo the tentino. Now Colonel Agri try. I had a Joe Rumbo abuna kunu. Into Canada say uniform. Or the that time every pen from K. We are so that we jump me a shrimp and this one to say. We the guy say K yes. What a boss has to try and think of happening. What him say between Gomu Atakwa and Gomu Amankasim assassin da ho yantam. And a president Kufoka say that enclave no said the assassin city no. Woman kope ebro any banche at the aba. Mamin show the NTR. Starch factory no efiri gomua ebe se ko bodu ase ene na me ka kire wo ye nyen dodo ye mpa be pa yes o me say wo ba ye bibi awie Peter central region wo ba gomua banche wo gomua no wo de bo apesie ma na wo di ase wo di bayere eti yemfa factory ni mesi between Takwa and Mankasim assassin da hoyantam say ono oyo asanti omo swantefon okro nka asante swantefon I ono or the factory ni besi ha yebo wan na wa chichi ye kro nyina wo zugo kumase yenye omo anye mo say menye so bi na si o wa so wo beba no bra fa be wo so na me ma evidence oh Santofon yet what mama wa chichi ye kro no wo zugo kumase na kro ye chichi se tom di tuwan kro ye chichi moto ano di kro shem e di tuwan misala nchamatin such as onwi je ekufo wewu onwi osafma for onwi that time na honorable Hildado no a deputy minister of trade and industry Mr. Hildado ya beka go mo district ampede je ekufo ne alanchamatin maso abodwe ase ene ensuo bi mutiye ensuo Tennessee won fante ena that time na Hackman the before be foreign affairs no a minister for works and housing Hackman also ajman bisano Hackman onwui bisano ensuo na omo kwa kwatemu no na wala nsuo ya betimi obosom tim aha na obosom na oti na wala libetimi ne ti obosom na namba wato agu obosom wontin libeti obosom wo ti obosom no wato na agu nti mara so ahemfa mote emu nti mo pin mo wada fi wada besia na wada ti obosom no wato na agu na wala nche yetie na ti obosom na woti no wato no gu e obosom no bokunkum ye nti won kan cha amane nsu ni ye ntim wonfu we firim ko ye pe ye bosom ma men kan twi no wate ase Hackman also adma betim won kan tra ne say nsu no bosom tim won pe won bosom no na say Hackman de afidie ba no betin nsu no mu a obete bosom no ne mato wangu na say bosom no ne ma no won mada na won sori won ba be kum yan nti Hackman fa na afidie nko ma Hackman also adma betin nsu no nti Hackman so antim Mungi ya mo te central region so bi throw no tu kwan na wa ma bi o ma mo se mo ntia se enye no do so do mami wiye gomua a kira meko ato forcing constituency e o kwa eduma ko enya na siam hwe gomua ho ye koye rally e ogomwa de rampon that time na Pentecost sofo na ogomwa de rampon ye friend Pastor TK Tando me tu mira na ma che osie nam TK Tando onwui ne baba akra the princess ena ye koye crusade no ogomwa de rampon na district seat e hona district pastor otie munti asama me kan ye o hwe infantifan enye na ne ya ma central region onye ye nada modu jokwa that enclave e bobo wunsem ye wie crusade no ena elders ni bi dimrika ko Pesa meka. Pasatano meka na meka o. Sofutano meka o. Ena elders mienu bi. Edi mirika ko pastor ticket na ho se. Minka, Majai, I'm infanto. At the end of the day, any papa who be an anuka send a man for where mammy and come if you and Kodia. Can I want a better number watching it? Can't remember from a kumon. I was in that car. That's my first accident. I was in that car. What's that go more than check it? Ah! Next you home bam, bam, bam. Anybody who's name is na kwa me bag na that. I know man who say we are bibi o we are because one kick can answer me carry here no. And a pastor Tano friend me. Oh, dem ko gina patanachi. Pastor Tano friend me Joe. Bra. And I roll the suit, no. No, the suit you kata me so. And I said, "Sadia, wo ye ya, wo ba in shemu we no. Nyame nya wo sa amfa nkoduru fie. Na emani pasusu ye enhwe mu nkwan fi wo nsem. Ko sise wo mra nyame ahya ma wo no ebeso. Me so menti ase. Ansa. Na lady ba ko, ono so ye chorus leader. Owo denchira hwa. Ye fa ni Jane. Kacham say hey. Me na di na de free na bicham wan te de course on no bo me manini amane de be mo. Peter, you feed the ramp. You try the nchira. Ah! It came you bam. Many ba me ho so na me gina kwanchen ho. Na bag na ye de to car no mu no simi nchan. Asa me ntika no bi. Make us say ni pepra wo. Ni pepra. Papa ofi nwura mu ho baaye no. Fi nwura nim baaye ono ye farmer o te say kwasiada ya kwasiada no so koye de nwura mu ho. Odu obi sam say he. Wo fra we de. Na mbo mi din. Wala ye yin pebe. Anu anu no. He? Central region. Someone yanke ye ho amomo a. Ah? Cape Coast. Mankasim Gomuasen ya yewra kwebe wusi wo kra say do abiaze dominance ahemfo aye paramount chief say wo nyina edumre say mo committee we anya regional house of chiefs nkomo nananom obu na onye yizi kwando Muyina munkonshim na mun take a decision there. Si sere baby agro no wedun ye pede central ye ibohu mo besi ibe nyankofo mo wa support o. Si sere amenyo ka say every paramountcy in central region man so ho kwebe we so tene baby origin no ho wudim say nkrofo say na danfo ni otumfo ntie betu no fa kwebe we so na busan so wa onim no friend na busan samwa na obi adafo ni obi a we asebu mahene o tra de o lecturer e wo KN University e no di mahene e wo asebu all launching the 25th anniversary me na mkoye MC when you say Crawford say I didn't know a professor non tra de o UCC na o tra de e wo Kumase Antina oya fancy na ono o traze wo Kumase na on fanyansa no woni trim on fan by UCC meanwhile me wa fa professor Kwatin ono so ti Cape Coast o traze wo UCC so fi Ashanti region da brofo na wo be so yen wo ko no nyen ya dze papa bia na ye du be bia hu me nuanom fansefo mama man ka asem no nche oye wo but mama nka say ya nye careful hu Ghana bo twa fa ye hu ye zene dama ye life mo be yan Central region is the only place abanejuma papa bi anyi ho. Commander Sugar Factory moy intimate someone mpon chow amementani bia nyede mbaze nyede menwu nso aze nyede mrehehya ahoroba da bio na baby a azen orokon mpon chow say ya nye careful asam da yendo gomwa wa say edwumako wa say enyan wa say borbor mfante mankasim wa say igwei wa say elmina commander wa say hefa biom no waka bobo mfante mo kaso ye ohi sisi Ghana ha baby adebia newsmen and when I open news woko or a Kaswa is a country within Ghana. Kaswa or a part of Central region. In some one Ghana na Central region no headquarters in some one headquarters or a Kaswa was Central region. And you pay MP and I be so to how I kumsi. They say omo pay wa Kaswa omo pay.
Okay.
Yeah, to 2024, Abbey, Kaswan could see ni patri, to pay, no way one was one go back at him. Enyan, a wutu, senya, a futu, bazan or shinny ho. Nananum, yes, someone. One free meeting, ye na beba, the young Kodade, the young Kay Assam, the baby as in wedding, what to call no.